Alrighty. Are you the cause or the solution? This one kind of hit me hard this morning. Doing my normal research and my normal reading starting at 3, 4 a.m. A lot of us Americans don't pay a whole lot of attention to the UN and the tinfoil hat people will definitely come at it from a completely different direction. But they released a report with the growth of humans, the rise in the population of humans on the planet, their mathematics, their research, their what have you, as messed up as some things are, like with AOC and what have you, uh, you can't fault the numbers. 60,000 hectares. Now, to an American, that doesn't mean a whole lot. It's 2.45 acres. Go ahead, check my math. We're looking at 165,000 acres of new farmland per year to keep up with the population. And as you all know, with all the flooding we just had, we just lost how much because of this continual chemical usage. We don't get the knowledge out. If we don't get this information out, that we've got to go back to the organics, we've got to go back to the holistics, we're not going to be sustainable. We've got to reclaim these lands that these chemicals and these chemtrails and these factories and powers that be have deliberately been bought off to ignore the reality of what's going on. And you're going to sit back and say, well, okay, yeah, but am I the cause or the solution? Are you still going to the box stores to buy the chemicals? Then you're the cause. Well, then you say, well, yeah, but I don't do any of that. And I just cut my grass and I don't, I'm not a contributing factor. Yeah, but sitting back and ignoring it, that's how Obama got into office. Just not a politics thing. Stop. I'm not going there. This is the kind of information that needs to get out. We are literally in that much trouble. The cause, as they want to follow AOC, is cow farts. Sorry, that's not the cause. Not even close. It's the death of the food web. And when you kill off the food web, everything in the chain, everything in the food chain follows. This is that important. This one needs to get shared. This one needs to get shouted out. This one needs to get spread out across the internet. Their numbers are right. But for the life of me, the UN is offering no solution. Your government is offering no solution. Your regulations in every one of our cities, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't without a permit, da 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 da. I mean, come on, they're forcing off gridders to have to be part of the system that aren't involved in the system. Too much regulation. Nobody's giving us solutions. Nobody's offering us solutions. Ignorance isn't bliss in this case. Ignorance is causing the problem in this case. So you sit back and say, but okay, well, how do I help? Well, first you start making your yard healthier and start fixing the oxygen situation. Start pulling the carbon out of the air. Yeah, okay, I get it. It's that's a complicated explanation and goes into a whole lot of things. If you can't plant a garden, you're not healthy enough to plant a garden. Okay, I get it. I'll tell you what. Go plant some bamboo. I know, really odd, right? Well, it happens to be a carbon fixer. Happens to be one of the fastest growing 3 year to full maturity types of grass. I know everybody classifies it as a tree because of all of its uses and how strong it is. Well, surprise, surprise, it's a carbon fixing grass. So take a piece of your yard, take a piece of your apartment complex, plant some in your house. It's a carbon fixer. There are a bunch of different types of this grass that you can even grow in your house and start pulling the carbon out of the air in your house and cleaning up the air. Now, whether you smoke or not, I mean, okay, yeah, I'm just as guilty. It is a problem, but I'm doing my part to erase my carbon footprint and go into the negative. That's where you become part of the problem. Ignorance is not going to fix this problem. We have to step on the bandwagon in this situation and start making changes ourselves. So get this information out, get this shared. We've got to do something per the UN measurements, per the UN science, per the UN numbers. As the soil is degrading, and it's not, it's the food web dying. So they're wrong, but they're right. We've got 60 years left per their numbers, per what they're wiping out with their chemtrails and what we're ignoring. Shocking reality, right? 60 years left, and we won't be able to farm anymore. So if we don't get people back into the mindset of grow your own food, grow your own gardens, or be even that much more into this, and believe it or not, buy farmland. I don't care if you're starting with an acre or 160,000 acres. Doesn't matter. The only one that can make the difference is you. The only one that can turn this around is you. You have to change your way of thinking. You have to change your way of going forward. Yeah, there's a lot I've said. There's a lot of different videos I've put out. There's a lot of different shock and awe and fun and what have you. But the reality is, we've got 60 years left. That's our numbers. And it's accelerating. We could be in a 40-year wind down. The only one that can change it is you. Take responsibility for yourself. Go take care of your yard. I know it's easier to just ignore it and let the weeds take over and let this happen and let that happen and just be ignorant and blissful. But in this situation, you may not be dead by the time we run out. And then we're going to have to go to synthetics and this artificial meat that they're growing in labs. Does that sound like something you really want to do? That's going to devastate the population. I mean, we're already all sick. We're already all looking for this, that, or the other. I mean, come on, look, we're diving into this keto diet system to eliminate the fat. You don't need to. You need to eat right. You would be amazed what would happen if you just ate the right food out of your own garden and stopped using chemicals, started amending the soil. So, can you make a difference? Absolutely. Absolutely. Each and every one of you can. This book needs to get out into everybody's hands. The Green Wizard's Guide needs to be in every farmer's hand, needs to be in every gardener's hand, needs to be everywhere. These are very simple Mother Nature solutions. You're going to sit back and say, well, okay, yeah, but okay, you keep talking, Mr. Wizard, but let's see the proof. Let's see what you got. Hey, it's not about what I got. You want to see proof? Jerry's put proof out. He's cussing me out because it's working so well. The system works. Organic gardeners are coming out, reading this book, and backing me 100%. The system works. You don't need to see my grass to know whether this works. Green grass doesn't mean anything to anybody. You've got green weeds in your yard. Go make a difference. Yeah, we're talking about running a fundraiser for Grizz 270. And I know it sounds a little off the wall that we're trying to get this man into a better computer system right after he's had these issues with stir fry. I understand. I do. The man's on a fixed income. The man will bend over backwards to help anybody, and he needs some help. And I've offered to buy him a new computer. Get involved. Ask questions. We can make a difference. You can make a difference. So don't go get that latte and buy this book. Understand what's going on. See what we've missed. Yeah, this book's not written in such a way that it's going to lay out all the tinfoil hat stuff and give you all the details. I do all of that throughout all of my live streams. So start watching some of what I've got going on instead of just, hey, yeah, I'm going to go give him 3 minutes view time and be counted. But I'm not going to comment. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to do anything. You're the cause. You're the cause. UN is thriving on your ignorance. It's time to not be ignorant anymore and time to make a change. Time to start looking at things a different way. You want to really get at your city, you're allowed to plant trees on what we call, oh, I can't even think now. I'm just so, I can't believe these numbers. It's driving me crazy. But go out on your tree lawn, go out next to your street and plant some bamboo. It's an easy thing to cut down. It's not that big a deal. It grows to full maturity in 3 years. It'll drive them absolutely bonkers. You'll have a great time doing it because it's still considered a tree, even though it's grass. So step up and make a difference. Start erasing your carbon footprint and going into the negative. Because if we don't, 60 years. Is that what you want for your kids? Is that what you want for your neighbors? Somebody's got to step up and make a difference. This is that critical. This is that important. I can't scream it loud enough. When the UN is coming out with the numbers that we need 60,000 hectares of new farmland every year to keep up with our population growth while they're continually spraying more and more chemicals in the air, wiping out farms, turning on and cranking up more desert land, more unfarmable property. It's not unfarmable. The food web's dead. We can fix it very quickly. We can fix it. We can turn this around. We can make a difference. So step up and ask. Catch a live stream. Ask some questions. Email me. Talk to Grizz 270. Find out how bad things are getting. He's fighting some of those conditions in his yard. He's going to put this to the test. It is that critical. It is that important. This is the year to start getting the word out. Yeah, I struggle myself getting views and getting people into the channel and getting people to understand what's going on here. I can't be entertaining every day. This is very depressing news. This is very shocking news. This is frightening news. They want to take your tax dollars and look into, well, how are we going to geoengineer another planet and potentially, have a colony on another planet? Who cares when you're killing ours? Fix our planet first. Fix our problems first. It's not time for handouts. It's time for step up and fix something. We don't need to be planting trees that aren't going to be doing any good for 15 years. We need to plant something in the yard and in our forests and in our woods that are going to do something now, right now. Bamboo will do that. So for every 5 bamboo you plant a maple tree. Let's crank out some more maple syrup in 15 or 20 years. They want to talk about food forests and permaculture systems and what have you. Yeah, let's talk about that. Let's talk about planting something today that is going to permanently be there to have an effect to duplicate nature and make these changes. Well, let's fix the food web first. They're killing it. We've got to turn it around. So are you the cause or are you the solution? It's up to you. I'm here to help. That's all I can do. I can offer suggestions. I can offer knowledge from my experience. All of this information isn't new, everybody, but the numbers don't lie. Step up and make a difference. Share this out to everybody. If you're new here, I'm sorry, this is a shocking reality, but this is the way it is. I hate seeing numbers like this. I hate knowing what I know and knowing how bad things really, really are. You don't have to like this one. You can thumbs down this one because it's depressing. It's a bad one. I get it. I totally understand. But subscribe, ring that bell. Let's see if we can't get together, get our heads together, and start making some differences. Bamboo. I'll leave you with that thought. Bamboo.